obviously we'll be recording this as well, and I'll put it up on the channel. And so when we're talking about things, hi May, I take it you heard all of that, what I was saying about the timings and stuff like that. The reason why the first one was just a test. So whenever anybody asks a question, like I say, if you do it in caps, that'll be means that I'll be able to see that it's a question directed at me. But you'll hear me reading out the question as well, just so that other people will be able to understand what the questions are, especially if when it's recorded and it goes up onto the live stream again. Hi Brook Arts. Oh, so you're new to YouTube? That's excellent. Sorry, I'm just putting in a few settings. So how long have you been on YouTube, Brook Arts? A few days? Wow, so you are really new to it, aren't you? Well, welcome to the Art Gear Guide. In case you're not too familiar with the channel, I do reviews of products, pencils, mainly colour pencils and stuff like that, and I have a monthly blog in or monthly column in Colour Pencil magazine, which is an American magazine. In fact, actually somebody was asking earlier on about subscriptions to Colour Pencil magazine, and if people here in the UK can subscribe to the magazine, and you absolutely can. There's two different ways that you can get hold of the magazine. You can either do it digitally, so you can download it onto your iPad or anything like that, or you can go across to their website and fill out all the information that's needed there, and subscribe, and they will send out the actual magazine to you. I don't have one to hand, I don't think, but they'll send out the magazine to you. They'll do it globally. Yeah, if you go over to colourpencilmag.com, all the details are over there. Because I know that there's a few people in the UK weren't too sure whether they could get hold of the magazine, but you absolutely can. Oh, thanks. So, what type of art are you into, Brook Arts? I mean, what's your favourite medium? Is it colour pencils or paint or? Oh, thanks, Melody. You use different sketching techniques? That's brilliant. So who all's in the chat room at the minute? There's 14 people in at the minute. 15. Hi there, great. So where's everybody from? No, mate, I haven't tested the Goldfaber Aqua yet. It is a pencil that I will be doing. Yeah, I tested out the Goldfaber. I've done a review of them, but I haven't done the Aqua ones yet. I will be doing that very soon. I have a 24 set of them. So I will be doing them soon. So we got people South America, Virginia. Yeah, and you're from Norway, mate, I know that, yeah. British Columbia, Canada. Oh, Steve, I didn't realise you were in Northern India, Indiana. I don't know, for some reason I thought, Steve, you were from the UK. I don't know why I thought that. Colombia. So Sparkle Plumley's asked, you're wondering about the Caran d'Ache fan color watercolor pencils, and have I tried those yet? No, I haven't tried those yet. They're kind of like more student grade, aren't they? I think the fan color. I think they're along the same lines as the Prismola, and the Prismola are a really good Caran d'Ache watercolor pencil, but I haven't tried the fan color ones. What I'll do is, when we're doing this the Q&A and stuff like that, if people have got requests that they want to do for future reviews and stuff like that, I'll put them down in the notes, or if there's a question or something that for whatever reason I'm unable to answer, it's something that we'll get back and I'll be able to get back to you on. So but with them being, even though Caran d'Ache rate those, the fan colour as student grade, you can almost guarantee that they're still going to be a high grade coloured pencil. The pigment in them and stuff's not going to be really good, but I can't comment too much on them because I haven't tried them yet. I've just purchased a 40 set of Prismola because I wanted to review those after I'd done the Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarelle, because those pencils are just absolutely phenomenal for especially those that really love watercolor pencils. So CS, you live in Atlanta. Oh, Melanie, you just said that you watched the Rodex review. Do you mean the storage system for the colour pencils that I reviewed? Because if that's the review that you're referring to, yeah, that's in behind me, and they're really good stacking system. They've just brought out a set for markers, which I have a review for, but I can't put them up online, that particular review up online just yet, because the guy that runs Robax is ill at the minute, and so he's had to kind of like streamline his sales and what have you, because he's not there, he's not able to ship out all these products. So okay, so CS asks, have I any experience on dyeing leather with Inktense pencils or blocks? You'd like to know, you'd like to dye a little piece of frog that is made of leather? No, I don't. I mean, like, I've used the Inktense pencils, which are very good, and the blocks are very good as well, but not with leather. I've never tried them with leather. I've tried them with cloth and material, and they work very well with that, but not leather. Yes, Sparkle Plumley has just said that you've heard that Derwent are bringing out the Inktense pans. Yes, they are. In fact, I have it here. This is the Derwent Inktense pans, and I'll just show you a little sneak preview because they are available from Derwent, I believe, sometime this month in April. So I'll have a review of them coming out soon. But it's in a little set like this, and you open it up, and that's the pans. This yellow thing here is a little sponge, and then you have a little water brush here as well. And the water brush just connects like that, and so you have your own little water brush there. So it's a really nice little system, really compact little system, and I've really enjoyed playing about with it. Yeah, Grey S74. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm actually doing. I think it wasn't C3PO, it was R2D2 or the BB8 drones that I've done. But I am doing a C3PO with the Spectrum Noir markers. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I knew that the Inktense pans were coming out in April. I wasn't sure whether it was the beginning of April or middle of April, and it doesn't surprise me that it's sold out, because it's a really nice little set. So I'll be doing a review of that very soon and getting it out, and then obviously Derwent have their new line of pencils that will be coming out in July as well, but I can't really talk about those. Melanie asks, favourite professional quality watercolour pencils? My favourite watercolour pencils would be, I'd have to say, the top end of the bracket would be the Caran Museum Aquarelle. They're just so pigmented and really, really nice. But if we're talking about like a more budget range, I've just done a review of the Lyra Rembrandt Aquarelle, and they're really nice, and so are the Stabilio aqua pencils. They're really nice as well. So it's really hard to pick a favorite pencil of any description, because whenever I'm doing art, I'm not too sure how other people feel, but whenever I'm doing art, it depends on what type of depends on what it is that I'm doing, will determine what pencils I use. So if I use, like I was saying earlier on, because I enjoy doing marker art with colour pencils, and if I do that type of thing, then I'll use wax based pencils on top of the marker. Yes, May, you're right. Derwent have come out with a lot of new stuff in the last year. It's they've really stepped up their game. They came out with the Pro Color and stuff like that, and now with these new LIGHTFAST pencils that are coming out in July, the LIGHTFAST pencils are supposed to kind of like go toe to toe against the Caran Luminance pencils. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that shapes out, and how that process, you know, whether a lot of people that are into Caran Luminance will kind of like drop their luminance and gravitate more towards Derwent's LIGHTFAST. So it'll be really interesting to see how that's going to play out. Yeah, I agree with you, May. I personally don't think that there's such a thing as a bad pencil. I think that it's mainly down to each pencil, in my opinion, so long as you have the right type of paper for it, and that particular pencil is a certain type of art that you're doing. I think it's just about getting the right combination, paper and the type of art that you're doing. Like whenever I'm doing botanical art and stuff like that, I really love using the Faber-Castell Polychromos and the Pablos. Yeah, Melanie, the Lyra brand are relatively easy to get hold of. They're pretty widespread. And like I say, with regards to cost, the Lyra Polycolor and the Lyra Aquarelle pencils, for what you get with them, their cost is fantastic. They're really well priced, and the quality of pencil that you get with Lyra is really fantastic, really good. I really enjoy using the Lyra pencils. And also as well, actually, Koh-I-Noor, the Koh-I-Noor Mondeluz, that's another really nice watercolor pencil. And again, it's kind of like more in the affordable line range. And they have a big range. I think 72 is their biggest set. And whenever you're talking about watercolor pencils, 72 is an awful lot of pencils, because it's obviously a lot easier to mix and blend watercolor pencils than it is wax or oil based pencils. You can still blend wax and oil based pencils, but not to the extent that you can do with watercolor pencils. And so a set of 72 is going to go a long way. But the Koh-I-Noor Mondeluz are really nice watercolor pencils. And who was right, CS? Yes, mate, I agree with you. Although 72 colours is a lot for watercolour, I understand what you mean with the Inktense. Inktense is slightly different than watercolour because although the pigment is bright and vibrant and stuff like that, it would be nice to have, like, because the Inktense, you know, they are obviously water soluble, but they are different than watercolor pencils, and so it would be nice to have like 120 set of the Inktense pencils. It's like I was saying earlier on when I was talking to Derwent about the Derwent Drawing pencils that they have. For me personally, I love that particular set of pencils. I think the uniqueness of the colours that's in that 24 set is just amazing. And when I was talking to the managing director of Derwent, I was saying to them about, extending that set. Would they ever consider extending it? But the reason why they don't extend it is because if they did do that, then that set of pencils would lose its uniqueness. Yeah, Sparkle Plumley, yeah, you're right. There's not very many skin tone colours in the Inktense range. Maybe I don't know why that is actually. It's odd that the colours in the Inktense range are very, very bold, very bright. I'm not too sure why that is actually. It would be good for them to come out with skin tones, add a few skin tone colours in there in the Inktense range. Even if they didn't do it on the pencils and they did it on the blocks, either way it would be good. Yeah, mate, the Albert Dürer 120 set is a fantastic set. High colour and art. Thank you very much. It's always appreciate you coming on the channel. Yes, yes, mate. I will ask Derwent. Actually, I'll speak to May's just asked about asking Derwent. Is there a particular reason why they don't have any skin tone colours in the Inktense set? So I'll definitely I'll definitely get on to Derwent and ask. I'll definitely get on to Derwent tomorrow. Fire off an email to the guy that I deal with from Derwent and put that question to him and see if he can come back. Because there might be a reason for it. I can't think what that reason would be, but it's something, you know what, it's something I hadn't really ever thought of until you said about it there, that the Inktense just doesn't have any skin tone colours. But I'll definitely ask them. Okay, so you're asking about the Derwent LIGHTFAST pencils there, colour and art. So I can't really I can't really tell you too much about the pencils. I'm not supposed to say too much about them because they're due to come out in July of this year. And Colour Pencil magazine, we will have a full review of the pencils in Colour Pencil magazine, and it will be coming out in the July issue, I'm sure. but we'll keep you up to date with that. But that's the best place to go and get the full detailed review of these pencils. But what I can do is I can show you what they kind of look like at the minute. So this is one of the pencils. This is one of the Derwent LIGHTFAST pencils. The thing is, I'm not too sure when they get released in July. I'm not too sure whether they're going to have more information on the barrel, like the LIGHTFAST, for instance. But as far as Derwent are concerned, every pencil in this range is 100% LIGHTFAST. So I don't really think that it's going to be a necessity to have like stars on it or anything like that. But what I can say about this pencil is this is the first oil-based pencil that Derwent have done. So that's really exciting. And yeah, that's what the pencil looks like. And I can show you the tin as well. That's the tin for the 36 set of Derwent LIGHTFAST. And the artwork on this tin, by the way, in case you don't know, is Jess Lane, who is an absolutely fantastic colour pencil artist. Derwent have commissioned him to do the artwork on their tins, and rightfully so, because he is an absolutely outstanding artist, really truly outstanding artist. But I think when Derwent brought out the Pro Color, there was a lot of excitement about them, and then for some reason I think people were split down the middle with the Pro Color. Some people loved them, some people didn't. Some people were disappointed with the LIGHTFAST range. Yeah, Sparkle Plumley, the artwork on that tin's lovely. But yeah, so some people were really disappointed with the LIGHTFAST rating of the Pro Color. But hi Grace's Colouring Corner, thanks for joining. But with the Derwent LIGHTFAST, that's going to be a completely different. It's going to be a completely different ball game altogether, because you know they are 100% LIGHTFAST each pencil, and they're oil based. So that's like a new step for them as well for Derwent, because all their pencils up until now have either been water soluble or like wax based. Carolina has asked if I would ask Derwent if they're going to increase the colour range of the Graphitint pencils. Yeah, I love those pencils as well, but I can tell you that at the minute they definitely don't have any plans to increase that range, for the same reason they don't have any plans to increase the Drawing pencil range. The colours that are in the Graphitint range are quite unique. You wouldn't really find them in any other water-soluble pencil. And so Derwent want to try and keep that like that. If Derwent think that if they extend the set to say 36 or 48, they'll lose that uniqueness with the palette, and so therefore it'll just turn into like another set of water-soluble pencils, and that's not what they're really after. I don't think Derwent will increase the range of either of those sets, the Graphitint or the Drawing pencils, until they're happy with additional colours in the palette, because they were questions when Derwent reopened the museum. I went down to the opening for that, and I had the privilege of being able to sit and talk to the managing director of Derwent along with a lot of other people. And they were some of the questions that I asked, because they were some of the questions that I really wanted answering as well. So I do know that they don't have any plans to extend the Graphitint just yet. Yeah, Grace is colouring. Yeah, you're right. Whenever you are trying new pencils and something like that, the prices can be a hindrance whenever you are getting new pencils. But hopefully this is what the Art Gear Guide does, and Colour Pencil Magazine. You know, with these two mediums together, the blog and the magazine, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that somebody gets an idea of a pencil that they want to go out and buy, and rather than going out and buying it, they can either go to the magazine or go to the Art Gear Guide and look at the review and get an in-depth, at least I try to make the reviews as in-depth as I can, as much detail as I can, so that you can make a relatively informed decision without having to spend the money on the pencils. So that's what we're trying to do at Colour Pencil Magazine and the Art Gear Guide. We hope that it is working, that it's saving people the money, and that they're getting the information from the reviews that they want. And even if you see a review on the Art Gear Guide or Colour Pencil Magazine, and I haven't covered something that you specifically want answering, you can always contact me, and I will always do my very best to get that question answered, even if it means going back to the company and asking them the question directly. I will definitely get it answered for you one way or the other. And yeah, you're right, Grace is colouring. It is important to have open stock. Thanks, May. Thank you so much. Yes, you're right, colouring art. Nearly all of, in fact, all of Derwent's range are open stock. There's none of them that aren't open stock with Derwent anyway. Oh, hi there, the modernist colorist. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. Yes, that's it. We try to make it easier. I mean, again, I'm in a pretty yeah, Grace is the Stabilo Carbothello pastel pencils. We're gonna have a review of those coming out in Colour Pencil Magazine. I think it's August. Just let me check. I think it's the August review of Coloured Pencil Magazine, because I have the set here of the Carbothello. I'll get back to you on that. I'm nearly sure it's August that the Carbothello review is coming out in Colour Pencil Magazine. Oh, hey Sheldini, how you doing? You're welcome, Carolina. It's no problem at all. Any questions at all, I'll always do my best and answer them for you. Hi, Connie. Yes, yeah. Derwent are introducing a new pencil. They're introducing it in July of this year. I'm not allowed to say too much about the pencil, but I can show you. That's the artwork of the tin. This is a 38 set. The artwork is done by Jess Lane, by the way, just in case you didn't know. And this is the pencil for the Derwent LIGHTFAST. By the way, these Derwent LIGHTFAST pencils, this is Derwent's first oil-based pencil as well. Yeah, Sparkle Plumley has asked if do I know about the LIGHTFAST, or sorry, the Derwent LIGHTFAST price point? Will it compare with the Luminance? Yes, I do know the prices, but I can't say them just yet. But they are going to be expensive. They are going to be in and around the same type of price point of the Caran Luminance, and that's purely and simply because with a pencil that is 100% LIGHTFAST, that means if you're the type of colour pencil artist that is doing commissions and that type of thing, and you're able to then increase the price of your work that you're selling to people, because the work that you're giving them now is going to last longer. I think it's what, 150, 200 years or something like that there, that 100% light fast pencil is supposed to last for. So that's a considerable amount of time, as opposed to just doing some artwork with an ordinary type pencil that hasn't got light fast on it. So Sheldini's asked if I have a top 5 in terms of quality and light fast. Do you mean just a top 5? Well, okay, I tell you what. My top 5 ordinary colour pencils, not watercolour pencils or anything like that. My top 5 would be the Caran Luminance. And this isn't in any particular order actually, so I'm not gonna say a particular order. So it'd be the Caran Luminance, the Derwent Drawing pencil, the Caran Pablo, and I also love the Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor, and the Koh-I-Noor Polycolor pencils as well. The quality of all 5 of those pencils is exceptional. The light fast rating, with the exception of perhaps the Lyra Rembrandt and the Koh-I-Noor, are all really high. Koh-I-Noor is relatively high, but not as high as the Caran pencils. And I know the Derwent Drawing pencil has a little bit of issue with their light fast, but I think that's something that they're looking to change as well. Yeah, the modernist colorist has just asked, can we here in the UK subscribe to Colour Pencil magazine? Yes, you absolutely can. If you go across, you can do it 2 ways. You can either subscribe digitally and have it downloaded to your iPad or something like that, or go across to colourpencilmag.com. All the details will be across over there, and they send the magazine out to you. They've got lots of different subscription packages available, but the good thing about the magazine is obviously you get a review from me in there once a month, so I'm very fortunate to be able to have my reviews in Colour Pencil magazine. But there's so much other stuff going on inside that magazine, it's unbelievable. You've got lots of featured artists that display their work. January this year, in January this year, Colour Pencil magazine had, not 2018, 2017, had Heather Rooney as one of the featured artists, and she's a phenomenal artist. But all the artists that come on the magazine are fantastic, and Hyaline, and there's always giveaways, or and at the end of, at the back of the magazine, there's always like a little competition where somebody can there's an image, you can draw it, and it's open for different grades of artists, so like the beginner and the more experienced artists. So it's not all everybody just lumped in. Everybody gets a chance at winning something with the competition in Colour Pencil magazine. It's a, you know I'm going to say this because I write for the magazine, but I started writing for the magazine, but before I did that, I was a subscriber of the magazine for a long time. I loved the magazine. I found it to be the most informative place to go to find out anything about colour pencils. It really is. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, Sheldini, for stopping by. Thank you. It's always a pleasure seeing you coming by. Hi Lyndon, how you there? Hi Connie, and so Connie, where are you? Where do you live? Because you've just said there that you get the magazine as well, the Colour Pencil magazine. Whereabouts do you live again? What country are you in? Thank you so much, Angelo. I really appreciate that. That's yeah, the modern colours. You won't regret subscribing to Colour Pencil magazine. It's fantastic. All right, Connie. Yeah, you're in the USA. Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't really matter where you live because, like I said, with the magazine, Colour Pencil magazine have a global reach, so that they'll send it pretty much anywhere. And even if for some reason you couldn't get it delivered to you for whatever reason, they always have the digital option. But go across to like I say, go across to the website colourpencilmag.com. You'll be able to see all the packages that are available. Yeah, so the modern colourist, you've just said there that you're really happy with the Spectrum Noir pencils that you just bought after the review I'd done of them. Are you talking about the colour blend ones or the aqua pencils? Spectrum Noir really do a really good pencil. And I like the way that they have their sets in kind of like colour families. They've got 5 sets of 24. Thanks very much, Melanie, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Colour and Art. Yeah, I have the app on my phone as well for Colour Pencil magazine. I never go anywhere without my digital device that has all the I've got all the magazines right backdated. So what when Sally and I were discussing doing the Q&A, we were talking about for this one we were just going to leave it an open Q&A, but next time we're thinking about maybe honing in and doing a particular topic. So that's something that we'll discuss for the next Q&A, find out whether that would be a good idea. I'll put a poll out or something like that. So CS has asked about the fixative, a good fixative to use for colour pencil art. Well, I think personally, the brush and pencil colour fixative is by far the best fixative that you can get for colour pencils. The whole kit is amazing, but even if you just wanted to go down, you've got a texture fixative, so you can like spray it and keep working on it and stuff like that, and then you've got a final fixative, and I haven't experienced any yellowing or anything like that. Okay, Lyndon, thanks very much for stopping by. Really appreciate it, and hopefully see you in the next one again. Oh, you're welcome, CS. It's a really good fixative. The brush and pencil stuff, really good. It's done by Aliona Nicholson, who in herself is a absolutely phenomenal artist. I'll put a link when this gets recorded and on the channel. I'll put a link to Aliona's stuff, and you can go across and visit brushandpencil.com. So Connie's asked, why do you have to use fixative? You don't have to use fixative, but the fixative will just seal your work and protect it from UV protection as well. The good thing about the texture fixative is that once you spray it on, say like you've put loads of layers on your work and stuff like that, and you're having a little bit of difficulty adding more layers onto it. Once you spray a thing of texture fixative, you'll be able to work at it a little bit more. Hey Wicked Illusion Art, thanks for stopping by. Grace is colouring, yeah, Sally's just put up the link there for brushandpencil.com. That's where you can go and get purchase the fixative. But like I said, it's Aliona has a whole kit that allows you to get lights and stuff like that. If you go across to the link that Sally's put up there, it's you'll get to see it all. It's fantastic, really excellent kit. It's a godsend for colour pencil artists actually. Okay, so Angelo's asked that you're thinking of getting the Caran Pablo, but there's many mixed reviews. So are you thinking of getting the 120 set? I took the plunge and got the 120 set a while ago, and I absolutely love it. They've got a really good range of colours in the Pablo, but again, the Pablo range, if you are a portrait artist, there's not a lot of portrait type colours in the Pablo range. There's a lot of blues and greens. I think if you're a portrait artist, you need to go more towards the Luminance range for the colours that are in there. Oh, Connie says, is it no? There's very little odor from the fixative, but having said that, it's always advisable when you're using any type fixative to make sure that you're doing it in a relatively aired room and stuff like that. You know, you're not breathing, because you don't want to be breathing it in at all. You don't necessarily have to do it outside, but just so long as the room is relatively well ventilated. Because all fixatives are like that. You don't want to be breathing any of it in, but I don't find any aroma to it. I've tried a few fixatives, and without shadow of a doubt, the brush and pencil from Aliona Nicholson is by far the best. Okay, so Grace has asked what my favourite colouring books are. I've not used an awful lot of the colouring books. I've only used them when I'm testing the pencils, because I know that a lot of people who watch my reviews are adult colouring enthusiasts, and so when I'm testing the pencils, I want to be able to tell them whether they work well in an adult colouring book. The only colouring books that I've got, and like I say, they're just for testing, is the Joanna Beresford colouring book, and I've got one from Derwent as well. But I think the adult colouring book genre is really taken off, and I've had people come on and they put themselves down and say that because they use the adult colouring, yeah, Joanna Beresford, yeah, that's it. Thanks, May. I always get that wrong. But I get a lot of adult colouring enthusiasts that will come on and put themselves down and they say, you know, I'm not an artist or anything like that. But I think that's totally wrong. Some of the work that adult colourists are producing is fantastic, absolutely phenomenal. So I think it's a very, and not only that, you know, adult colouring books, the way they are and stuff like that, they're fantastic for people with mental health issues and anxiety issues, all those types of things. They help people with that type of thing. But like I said, we were talking earlier on there about some of the colouring books now that are out that have got watercolour paper in them. So for the likes of the Inktense and stuff like that, you can go ahead and use those now in these adult colouring books. They're absolutely fantastic, and they're big business now. And not only that, they're drawing people into the colour pencil medium. The colour pencil medium, I mean, I've only been involved with colour pencils and stuff like that, and art in general now for about 2 years, and I have seen the boom in colour pencils go through the roof at the minute. I personally just have two colouring books, the Derwent and the Joanna one. So Sally's just said there that the TMC is the best book ever. The Modern Colours, you've just bought the Colour Pencil Bible by Aliona Nicholson. Again, you're not going to regret that purchase. That is an absolutely outstanding book. Aliona also, you're going to go nuts with me here because I'm going to be recommending something that you're going to want. And I hope it doesn't mean you spending more money. Aliona does this book as well, colour pencil painting portraits. And so if you're interested in portraits, this book is absolutely amazing. But it's not just about portraiture or anything like that. It goes through all the techniques about what you should be using as a colour pencil artist. It's an absolutely phenomenal book. It's not been long out. I think it's only been out about a year now. Yes, that's right, May. There was a period there where all the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils were kind of like going through a drought period. I can remember that. It wasn't that long ago. The Modern Colours, Chris Cheng. No, I don't think I have watched Chris Cheng. I might be subscribed to him. No. Oh, hi Val. Welcome to the live Q&A, Val. Yeah, Connie, you get the Colour Pencil Bible over at, you can either get it on Amazon, and I think brushandpencil.com sell them as well, which is Aliona Nicholson's website. So Wendy has asked, she does mixed media, and she's new to colour pencils. Which brand would be best for colouring over under other mediums? It depends what other mediums you're using. When I do a lot of marker art, I use like a wax-based pencil to go over the top of that. So like Prismacolors or the Koh-I-Noor Polycolor. I'll use a pencil like that to go over marker art. I'm not too sure what other mediums like paint or watercolor. With watercolor, I would just use like a watercolor pencil to go over that. Yeah, I've just logged on to that channel, the Modern Colorist, and I'm definitely going to take a look at at her work once I've finished this. Yeah, you heard the music there, did you? Yeah, Sparkle Plumley. So the adult colorists, some of the work they're doing now is absolutely fantastic. Um, I think some people think that because the line work is already done in these colouring books and stuff like that, that what people are producing isn't artist quality. But I think that's nonsense. When you see some of this work, once it's been finalised, it's amazing the shading and the lighting and stuff like that they're able to accomplish with pencils and stuff, or whatever medium that they're using. It's just amazing, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, Val, I had a nightmare getting all the equipment together and stuff like that to do this live stream. It was my own fault. I for some reason I thought that just the camera on the MacBook Pro would be sufficient for the live stream, and I've ended up buying two cards and stuff like that that haven't worked, but I've got one coming tomorrow, so hopefully going forward the next Q&A that we're going to do, it'll be better quality, better audio as well, because at the minute I'm just using a phone, an iPhone. So hopefully going forward I'll be able to use my camcorder and proper microphone, so the audio and stuff like that will be much better. Thanks, Val. Oh, the colouring book, the modern. I'm just scrolling through the things to see what Sally said was the best colouring book. I think it was TMZ. See. Um, yeah, Sally says that TMC is the best book ever. So the Modern Colourist asked her what was the best colouring book, and Sally had recommended TMC. Thanks, May. it's not the setup's not the issue. It's my laptop that is the issue, Val. I bought I bought a £50 or £60 I think it was video capture card, and it just didn't work. I ordered one, and it was supposed to be here today, but because of the Easter holidays and stuff like that, it didn't arrive. So I had to get Vicky to take me to the Metro Centre, which is like a big mall, big shopping mall here, and I went and bought the Elgato HD 60S, and it just didn't work with the MacBook Pro that I have. I just couldn't get it working, but it worked a little bit on my daughter's laptop, which is a Windows laptop, but I couldn't get the audio working. So I got the camcorder working on it, but no audio. So the card that I have coming tomorrow, hopefully, is another Elgato, but it's one down. So I'm hoping it's going to work better on the MacBook Pro and give me the better quality. Yeah, Val, I at this present time and moment, I just couldn't afford to upgrade my MacBook Pro, because since I've started doing the live stream, or sorry, the reviews and stuff like that, my camcorder broke, so I had to go and buy a new camcorder, and that was like £500. And then my audio was shoddy for a long time, so I had to go and get a new microphone with the stand and stuff like that, and that was like 150 quid. And the Elgato card, that's 160 quid. So I've spent a lot of money so far, and Vicky isn't best pleased at the minute, so I need to try and hold back a little bit. If this card comes through tomorrow and it works on the MacBook Pro, then I'm going to be happy enough with that. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I bet, Val, it's I mean, it's expensive stuff. What I find odd is you can do a live stream with an iPhone, but you can't do a live stream with a £1,500 MacBook Pro and a £500 camcorder. I don't understand how that works. It's crazy. Oh, Val, thank you so much. Thank you, Connie. Well, Connie, hopefully what we're going to do is we're going to do this on a regular basis, and it'll be around about this time. We're going to try and do it once a month. It'll be about this time, like I said earlier on, because if it's around about 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, then that means everybody's got in from work and stuff like that. So hopefully this will be a monthly thing that we do. But like I said, Sally was talking about rather than just leaving it as an open Q&A all the time, that sometimes we just be a little bit more specific and keep the questions down to a certain topic. So like light fastness or things like that, or a particular pencil or anything. No, definitely not, Val. Don't worry, it'll not be Tuesday mornings. I definitely wouldn't do that. Yeah, we think so, Connie. We're hoping that it's going to be a regular thing that people can join in on and stuff like that. And and doing a live stream like this is going to help build the community and stuff, because it's nice doing the reviews and seeing people leave comments, but doing these live streams is more personal. I think it. Yeah. Well, the time frame, the time in Colour and Art is, this was Sally's idea to do it round about this time, because then everybody has got in from work. People that are in the Eastern Standard Time, people have got in from work, and so they, it should be a good time. Yes, May, you're right. It is a really good opportunity for me to get to know you guys, because I know I'm always talking on my reviews and I run away with myself sometimes. I don't get the opportunity to sit and talk to adults that much. So I've loved doing this, because I get to talk to you and stuff like that, and it's I don't know, there's something more personal about it. Yeah, Connie, I know what you mean. I've been on live streams before and I've been sitting nodding my head at the person talking as well, as if they can see me. Yeah, Val, but 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is like 1 o'clock in the morning for me, so it would mean that I'd be finishing the stream at around about 2, 2:30 in the morning. Which actually, it's not bad if we're only doing it once a month. It's not a big deal actually, but I just need to be mindful of the kids upstairs sleeping. Somebody will come down and give me a deck. The modern colours, you're more than welcome, and thank you so much for the kind comments. The knowledge that I have with regards to colour pencils and stuff like that is purely and simply just down to, first of all, when I was a subscriber to Colour Pencil magazine, I learned so much from that magazine. It was unbelievable. And just talking to the companies and having the pencils and stuff like that and testing them, and that's just where my knowledge has come from. Good night, Modern Colours. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. Really enjoyed talking to you. Yes, Colour and Art, of course you can. You can put your email, yeah. Yeah, that's right, Maureen. But I mean, like, this time is it's okay. It's not a big deal at all for me. Um, oh, Sparkle Plum. I think sometimes I ramble. I go off whenever I'm doing my reviews. Sometimes I go off on a tangent. I ramble a little bit, but I always have to bring myself back in. Oh, Val, that must have been a nightmare when that happened. Val just said she pulled off the masking fluid and ripped the paper on her artwork. So has anybody got any other questions that they would like to ask? Or suggestions of maybe pencils that you would like me to review in the future? Okay, so colour and art. Yeah, go ahead with your question about Holbeins. You found your original colour pencils, Fab? Okay, so Colour and Art has asked, what's the best way to blend the Holbein pencils? I personally, whenever I'm blending pencils, I prefer, just me personally, I prefer to use like a blending stick, and the one that I prefer using is the Caran blending stick. I don't like using odorless mineral spirits, but I know a lot of people do, and they get fantastic results with it. It's just my own personal preference. I tend to find that if I use odorless mineral spirits, I get streak marks and stuff like that. So that's probably more to do with me than it is the odorless mineral spirits. But for me personally, when I'm blending the Holbein pencils, I use the Caran blender. You know, the all-in-one stick. Hi, so CS is talking about the Tombow pencil. Are you talking about the Irrigitan pencils or the new Tombow pencils that have come out? Yes, CS. I think you're talking about the new Tombow pencils that have come out, because there's only 36 colours in that set. Well, we have a review of those coming out in Colour Pencil magazine as well. Just let me, because I have the I have the list here of what we have coming out this year. At least I should do. can't find it to hand, but I know that in Colour Pencil magazine we've got a review of the new Tombow pencils. I'll, in the description down below, I'll let you know what issue that's going to be coming out on, providing we don't have any last minute changes or anything like that. Hang on a second, because I have the set here. So is that the pencils there, CS, that you're talking about? Yeah, is that them there, CS? Yeah, we've got a full review of these coming out in Colour Pencil magazine, and you are right that they are a lovely pencil. Really, really nice pencil. I've really enjoyed using these pencils. Yeah, they're very different to the Irigitan. Yeah, Grace's colouring has just said that she loves the Arteza Expert coloured pencils, and the I can't pronounce that, the Schrieffer Farabin pencils. Well, I've got a 72 set of the Arteza Expert colour pencils, and I've also got their woodless aqua well pencil that I'll be doing a review of as well, because a lot of people were really interested in those pencils. Yes, CS, they are really nice pencils. These new Tombow pencils are really nice. Yeah, Connie, I know a lot of people weren't big fans of the Tombow Irigitan. A lot of people found them too hard and not pigmented enough. But with the with these pencils, this new set of pencils that Tombow have brought out, they are very different. But like I say, we will have a review of those coming out in Colour Pencil magazine. I think it's towards the end of the year, mind. I think it's around about November, December time. Yeah, Koh-I-Noor. I've just purchased a 72 set of the Mitsubishi Uni pencil, which I'll be doing a review of very, very soon. I'd always wanted to get hold of those pencils. I really like the look of the way that the set is and stuff like that, and the way you can just the whole packaging and stuff like that. But I'll be doing a review of those very soon. But the play about that I've had with them, the very limited play about that I've had with them, I'm really, really happy with them. The only problem is that they're the same as the Holbein in terms of open stock. You're not going to be able to get them open stock. Oh, Val, that's great. So your husband, he loves the Derwent roll, the Derwent canvas roll. Yeah, I love mine as well. I think it's brilliant. It's very, very handy to have. Grace's Colouring, what's your YouTube channel called? Is it called Grace's Colouring Corner? There you go, I've just subscribed to you there. I'll be able to watch some of your videos later on. Oh, thank you very much. Oksana, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, Grace. I've just logged onto your channel there and subscribed, so I'm looking forward to watching some of your videos later on. Yeah, Koh-I-Noor, I'll definitely give those a look. The Uni Artis colour pencils. I'll definitely have a look at those and get a set for review. Oh, Grace, you know what? I think everybody's first few videos are pretty bad. If you look back at my first few videos, videos weren't very good at all. It took me a little while to get into the swing of things and to get a little bit more confidence in doing the reviews. Thank you very much for that lovely comment, Oksana, and your donation as well. Thank you so much. I'm glad you find the reviews helpful. That's just my main aim really, is to be able to give people a better insight into the pencils that they might be interested in, and then they can go and make an informed decision without having to spend money. Hi Rhonda. Glad to see you stop over, Rhonda. Oh, thank you so much, Grace. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm doing really well, Wanda. How are you doing yourself? Yeah, I think Grace was saying there she's got 22 sets of colour pencils. I think when you get into coloured pencils, you kind of end up becoming a little bit addicted to them, and you end up buying a lot more pencils than what you actually need. It becomes oh, Rhonda, that's amazing. You got a new puppy. What type of breed? What breed is it? Thank you so much, Gloria. Yes, Amy. It is. It's when you get into color pencils, it it is like an illness, because it's you become very addicted to them. Um, every time I go on to Amazon or eBay or anything to get, I see a new set of pencils that I want to get and review. And it's crazy. You can end up spending a vast amount of money on colour pencils. Oh, VL, do you want to know something? And I'm being dead honest, okay? So you mentioned what are my least favorite or least liked pencils, and I'm not dodging the question or anything like that. I genuinely don't think there's such a thing as a bad pencil. I genuinely think that every pencil has a particular paper that you need to have with it, and if you have that paper, if you have the right paper and you have the pencils, and those pencils are doing the right art, like I was saying earlier on, the Pablo pencils don't really have a lot of portrait color pencils in them, so they wouldn't really be ideal for that. But with the Pablo, they're excellent for landscape type drawings and stuff like that. Amelia has asked what I like better, markers or pencils. Definitely pencils for me, Amelia, and you should be in bed. So Colour and Art has asked what I look for when I'm deciding to buy new pencils. Do you want to know something? I haven't bought a set of pencils for myself, like for me to use, in such a long time. Every time I look at pencils now, I'm looking at whether they're going to be beneficial to you guys in terms of reviews. So I'm always looking at the best pencils that I can get to review, and I'm always trying to make sure that I have a wide range of pencils, so that they're not all top of the line pencils. There's some student grade pencils and some kids grade pencils, because there's some like kid grade pencils that are really, really quite good. I mean, Faber-Castell do the red set pencils, and they're aimed at their kids lines, and they're a really, really good pencil. Oh, thank you so much, Amy. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ringo. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you. So CS has asked, have I got any experience with the Crayola gel coloured pencils? No. We were going to do a review in Colour Pencil magazine of the new Crayola pencils that have come out lately, but we couldn't get hold of them here in the UK, and we ended up having, with Derwent bringing out their new pencil and stuff like that, we had to shuffle a few things around. But I think maybe next year, oh, thank you so much, Colour and Art. Thank you. It's, you know what, it is. It doesn't matter how much it is. It all helps. And for anybody that didn't watch the Patreon video that I did, whenever anybody makes a donation or anything like that, what I do is I use that money to go and get pencils and stuff like that for more reviews. And then after that, we have a ladies safe house in around here, and we get, well, my wife and my daughter take sets of pencils down to them. If I don't use them in a giveaway, then that's where we take them, because there's some kids down in there in that centre, and the coloured pencils and stuff like that do help people and help relax people. So it's not much, but it is something. So we just donate it to them and give them what we can. So all your donations, no matter how big or small, are greatly appreciated. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through to make sure I haven't missed any questions or anything like that. How much do I keep of the donations percentage wise? None. Well, what I do is, oh, you mean how much I get from, how much YouTube take off it? I'm not too sure actually. I think, yeah, I think Val's right. I think they take 10% or something like that. I think if somebody donates £1, I think I get 70p and 30p goes to YouTube. I think it's in and around that. I think it's in and around that price bracket. But whenever anybody donates to the channel or anything like that, because I have a donation button on the actual channel as well, all that money goes straight into getting more pencils for reviews and stuff like that. And like I say, if I don't use those pencils as a giveaway, then we take it down to the centre. Yeah, I think it was Sheldini's Val that said that the other night on her live stream, that it's 70-30. Yeah, yeah. Sorry guys, I'm just popping some more pills here. Yeah, Grace, yeah, YouTube always changing their policies and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's a great platform. It's been fantastic for me, being able to reach so many people with YouTube, and also as well being in the magazine, in Colour Pencil magazine, is probably one of the biggest honours I've ever had. Being able to write and get my work out there. Connie, yeah. I don't think. So how long have we been on for? Oh, it's only. So, Sally, should we do another 20 minutes? If we do another 20 minutes, that'll bring it up to 9 o'clock in the evening, your time there, won't it? Is that okay for everybody else in the chat room? Will another 20 minutes be okay, or? Yeah, I'm up for it because I know some people have just joined the stream and stuff like that. So if you guys are up for another 20 minutes, that would be great. Yeah, okay, great. We'll do another 20 minutes and then we'll call it a night. Excellent. Okay, everybody's up for it. Yeah, I will do my best, the modern colorist. If you ask for a one-word answer, I will do my best. So our Ringo has asked, what has been the most interesting and or fun surprise of starting these reviews? I think the biggest surprise for me was writing in the magazine, writing for Colour Pencil magazine. When I started, I contacted Sally for something, or I contacted the magazine for something, I can't remember what it was. And I'd only been doing reviews a very short period of time. I think it was only about 6 months or something. And we got talking, Sally and I got talking, and I think I put it to her about, would the magazine be interested in me doing reviews for the magazine? And I was blown away when Sally had agreed to it, and it was amazing. It was fantastic for me. And this is the second year now writing for Colour Pencil magazine. Oh, thank you so much, Connie. Thank you. So I think writing for the magazine has definitely been the most interesting thing for me. So great. Yeah, I tell you what, I can recommend a good website. Are you, actually it doesn't matter. There's a website called coloredpencilshop.com. Just let me double check. Sorry, it's coloredpencil.shop, and that's coloured spelt the British way, so COLOURED, coloredpencil.shop. And that's run by a girl called Emma, and she has Prismacolor open stock pencils. Is that what you... Okay, so the modern colorist has asked for a one-word answer between Holbein or Luminance, and it would have to be Luminance. For me, that out of the Holbein and the Luminance, it would definitely be the Luminance I would go for. Oh, for quality, putting aside the open stock issue, the modern colours, I would still say the Luminance. I mean, like it's nice that the Holbein have 150 colours in their range, but I just prefer the Luminance. I think the Luminance are a better pencil, not by much, but they are a better pencil. What colour not you got? The full set of Luminance for $110. That's an amazing price. Yeah, Grace. The Holbein are a really nice pencil. Really nice. And their pastel range is exceptional. That colour note, that's an excellent price for the Luminance. So what would that be? $110. That would be about £97, I think. No, our Ringo, they don't do a pastel pencil. They have a line, a shade, pastel shades. Holbein have a so Holbein have I think it's about 20 pencils, or maybe 12 or something like that there, but it's all pastel colours. They're not actually pastel pencils. Okay, Rhonda, thank you so much for dropping by. You go and see your little puppy. Yeah, pastel shades. Yeah, we've got 15 minutes left, guys, so if you've got any pressing questions that you want to ask, go ahead. But we'll definitely be doing another Q&A once we finish this. Sally and I will sit down and chat, and we'll work it out, and then we'll give better advertising for the next time, I think. And again, that was my fault. I didn't have a lot of equipment or anything like that. I didn't have it up and running right. Yes, yeah, Val, she's got a bit of a cold. Koh-I-Noor, so I've ordered a couple of sets of the Create a Colour, and I've ordered the Aqua Monolith as well. So I haven't actually tested them just yet, but they are on the way to me. So I will be doing a review of those, and I'll be able to give you an answer on those soon. Okay, so Grace is asking my favourite pencil sharpener. So the pencil sharpeners that I use are the Derwent Super Point, and I also use this M&R hand crank pencil sharpener. But what's really good about this is, I'm not too sure if you can see it properly, but if you see this little knob here on either side of it, you can actually determine how sharp the core is. So if you want it like quite dull, this will keep it dull. And then the other one I use is this little M&R one, but you've got to replace the blades. And if you replace the blades, I think it's only like $2.99 for 10 blades. This is a fantastic little sharpener, really, really good. I've actually done a review. Hey Steve, back again, yeah. Yeah, Val, the Derwent is really good. The Derwent Super Point sharpener, really good, really robust. Oh, you're welcome, Steve. I love doing this. Talking about pencils and stuff like that. If somebody had said to me 15 years ago, when I was running around as an infantry soldier, as a sniper and stuff like that, that in 15 years time or whatever, or 10 years time, that I would be passionate about coloured pencils and things like art materials, I'd have probably laughed right in their face. I never would have thought in a million years, but here I am, and I'm incredibly passionate about what I do. Absolutely love it. But that's mainly down as well to you guys, to the community that is set up around this. That's what's so appealing to me about this. Yeah, so in case you aren't aware there, Sally has just said that we're doing a giveaway, a 10-piece white pencil pack. It's absolutely fantastic. It has 10 white pencils. It's got a Caran Luminance. It's got a Derwent Chinese white in it. It's I think it's got a woodless Koh-I-Noor white pencil in it as well. It's go across to colourpencilmag.com and take a look at the giveaway that Colour Pencil Magazine will be running for this live Q&A. It's a really excellent little set of pencils. That would be fantastic, Valerie. That's a really great idea. Your husband's starting his own channel focusing on veterans and art. Yeah, Grace, the Faber-Castell Trio Sharpener, that's the little grey one. I don't have it on me at the minute, but yeah, the Faber-Castell one is really good sharpener. So, ladies and gentlemen, so we've got like another 10 minutes left, or 9 minutes. But before we do call it a night, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that has stopped by this evening and asked questions and stuff like that. I really, really appreciate it. It's been fantastic. And for the donations and what have you that people have made as well, I really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. My aim is that when I get to, thanks Grace, my aim is that when I get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do another really big giveaway. I've done a few good giveaways. I've done 60 Faber-Castell pencils, and I've done a 30 set of Pablo, Caran Pablo, and a couple of other giveaways. So I'm going to do that as well. What's for dinner in my corner of the world tonight? Well, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning, so dinner time is well and truly over. But normally we'll have like Irish stew or something like that. I love Irish stew. My own recipe. Well, thank you so much, Tracy. But we're going to be doing this Q&A again, probably once a month or something like that. We will definitely advertise it whenever we're going to do it again. So you'll be able to stop by the next one. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks, May. Thank you, CS. Thank you, Sparkle Plumley. You know what, Fiel? I'll definitely I'll send you the recipe. Good night, Grace. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks very much, Connie. Good night to you too, Colour and Art. Absolutely, Val. Yeah, we'll arrange something and we will hook up sometime this week. Thank you so much, Oksana. Thanks, Carolina. Thanks, Gray. Thank you so much. Thanks, Lynn. Thanks, Crafty. Okay, so the last question, the modernist colorist has asked, if you had to name one pencil just for quality and performance, which one would it be? Again, I have to say that it would probably be the Luminance, the Caran Luminance. I think I keep coming back to that pencil every time for quality. Thanks, Wicked Illusion. Thank you so much, Amy. Okay, guys, so that's it. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much, and thanks Sally as well for moderating the chat room and stuff like that. And I really appreciate that. It's been fantastic, and we're definitely going to do this again. And so I'm really looking forward to the next live stream. We'll put all the links that we were talking about, like Sally's just said, we'll put them in the... Yeah, that's right, Val. Yeah, I got that palette because you had said about it. It's good investment. But we'll have all the links down below in the description and stuff like that once it uploads. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you again in the next live stream, Q&A. And don't forget, there's loads of reviews. Reviews will be coming up thick and fast. So look forward to those. Anyway, good night, guys, and sweet dreams.